Hello, I'm Guy Morrow from the University of Melbourne, and my book, Music Artist Managers, Remuneration and Retention in the Popular Music Business, features research that was commissioned by the Association of Artist Managers in Australia. My book presents new models for music artist manager retention. The value managers bring to their relationship with artists is the ability to increase the artist's piece of the pie. And whilst the models and solutions presented in my book will increase the manager's share, theoretically, by growing their slice, the artist's slice too will grow. A healthy, strong, and independent music artist manager community, one that can offer frank and fearless advice to clients, is needed for artists to be able to wrestle back some of the value that is co opted by powerful corporations. This is a David versus Goliath scenario, and music artists' livelihoods are at stake too. One solution put forth was for managers to be given master points for each recording the artist they manage releases and a small publishing share in the artist's songs. This would give the artist manager real equity in the business that they're building. And the precedent for this type of agreement is the typical record producer agreement. The general principle informing the new models presented concern better enduring entitlements. And indeed, there's already a clause in typical management agreements that can be adjusted to provide this. And that is the post-term commission clause. A more palatable option for strategically incentivizing managers to solely focus on management could simply be to extend the time frame of the manager's post-term commission by having it scaled down to a certain percentage in perpetuity. Including live performance income within the scope of such clauses was also discussed. And this is because live performance income is the main source of income for music artists. So, if early stage financing is the main reason left for artists to do traditional record and song publishing deals, some argued that there is a clear alternative for this, and that is equity financing. So, different methods for raising early stage financing for music artists could be modelled on the approach taken by many tech startups, whereby investors provide funding in exchange for equity or shares in the company that's established. The difference between this and past deal-making in the record business is that the investor invests without requiring a transfer of the copyright to them or a license of it. So this model could bring fluidity to the ways in which artists incentivize the people they need to help them build their businesses. This fluidity could be maximized if a band, for example, formed a company for each album or collection of songs released, with the band members being the founders and initial shareholders in the project. Then instead of licensing the copyright or assigning it to another entity, the band could sell equity, i.e. shares in the company, to others who could then be incentivized to increase the value of the project. A music artist manager could be given equity, and likewise, a booking agent, a publicist, etc., could be given equity, and a record label or a collection of labels could buy equity. The music artist manager's role would then involve coordinating and persuading these shareholders to work together to increase the value of the album project. So the advantages of an equity financing approach in the field of popular music are similar to that of the tech startup world because it would involve liquidity in creative works. Shares in the company that controls the underlying assets, being the copyrights, could more easily be bought and sold, and band members wouldn't be as locked in. So if the band members' equity is held in the project, not the band, this could facilitate more collaboration and creativity. And if the shares in such creative works could be bought and sold, then each contributor to an artist's career could arguably be better incentivized. And this would encourage them by creating the opportunity to build long-term wealth through the ownership of assets, which are shares in the companies that are set up for different albums. So, realization of models for better music artist manager retention is crucial for the larger cultural ecosystem that the work of music artists feeds. In principle, music artists and managers' interests are meant to co-align, and it's problematic that at present, managers typically do not have a meaningful stake in the back end because they are important stakeholders who, alongside the artist, have an interest in conducting negotiations with the ever-growing and monopolizing multinational corporations. Artists and managers' interests need to truly co-align when it comes to the back end. If realized, the models outlined in my book could lead to more sustainability, fluidity, liquidity, and agility in the music business, whilst also decentralizing power within the larger cultural ecosystem. Thank you very much.